people have a perception that the wild is not disappearing in huge chunks on a daily basis. These animals have no place to go in the wild unless we, humanity, preserves their habitat in nature.
Take, for instance, these little monkeys, golden lion tamarins. They live exclusively in Brazil in an area called the Atlantic Coastal Rainforest. Golden lion tamarins are one of the most endangered primates in the world.
The number one problem is habitat loss. And this is true for animals all over the world. In the area where the tamarins are from, it's right outside of Rio de Janeiro, about an hour and a half's drive or so, and less than 2% of their habitat remains.
Researcher Jennifer Mickelberg manages the golden lion tamarins at the National Zoo and in Brazil.
We do treat the golden lion tamarins like they are wild animals because they really are. They're not domesticated, they're not our pets, and any sort of tamarin that has a very close bond with a human does not make a good reintroduction candidate. They just simply cannot do the things they need to do to be a good wild monkey.
At the National Zoo, golden lion tamarins are born and bred for the purpose of being reintroduced into the wilds of Brazil.
You guys see they're eating that apple there? And this is what I put inside that apple. Do you see what those are?
Mealworms.
Mealworms. They love to eat those. Those are like popcorn for the monkeys. Around 30 years ago, there were perhaps less than 200 golden lion tamarins in the wild, and everyone knows this is just simply not a large enough population to maintain a long-term viability. And now we're actually looking at around 1,500 golden lion tamarins in the wild due to our conservation efforts, working with the locals, and also a reintroduction program that National Zoo had a big role in. Orange, that's an orange. So a little bit of corn. What are those?
Grapes.
Grapes, monkeys love grapes. And what's this? Banana, and all monkeys love bananas. It's actually true. And what's very exciting is that in 2004, the golden lion tamarins were downlisted from critically endangered to endangered. So that's a big celebration for us. So many times when we talk about conservation, it leaves people feeling sad and helpless, but this is a good example of how, with just people working together, you can really change the future for a species.
And the future of the planet.
While some people say, well, golden lion tamarins are small, maybe they don't have a huge role in the ecosystem, I would say they probably do.
Be inspired by these animals. They are ambassadors for their species. The species is an ambassador for its wild habitat. The wild habitat is disappearing. We have security populations in zoos, but they're just representative of the animals that are losing their place in nature because of so many humans. Take that away as the message of the zoo.